Amid President Trump's 10th week in office, voters remain split on his job performance. A poll this month shows just under half of voters, 49%, believe President Trump is doing a good job. Just over half disapprove of Trump's handling of the economy. I spoke with two local voters, a Republican and an independent, about their views on Trump's tenure so far.
I am not surprised, but I am disappointed at the way things are going. Things that are important to me are the way that we treat people, the way that we treat immigrants, the way that we treat people of color, women, those in marginalized communities. I think civil rights are important. I think the way that we educate our children is important. I think the way that we treat our allies and our standing in the world is important.
So Liliana, the same question goes to you. What matters to you, and how do you think President Trump is doing on those issues so far?
What matters to me is our country, our people, and also our world stands. I believe President Trump is delivering on his America First that he was campaigning by tightening up our borders, which is really important to me, especially living here in San Diego. It directly affects us, our families, our communities, and also lessening the drug that are coming into the United States, all the fentanyl that has been captured, the gang members. And then on the broader perspective, with America First, is just taking care of us, the Americans, our farm workers, and also with the world events that are going on, is just making sure that we are a strong nation that, we were 10, 15 years ago, and, try to build up to that again.
Mary Jo, President Trump has targeted numerous agencies for cuts: the FAA, the EPA, the IRS. Research into cancer treatments, diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease is losing billions of dollars. He is looking to trim SNAP benefits and hundreds of millions of dollars in funding from Medicaid and possibly Social Security and Medicare. How do you view these reductions?
Do we really want to be cutting the people that are making sure our skies are safe? Do we really want to be reducing the ability to find, make sure we have clean air and clean water, to make sure that our farmers are being paid appropriately for the things that they're growing, for the ways that which our children are being educated, whether or not they get lunch or breakfast at school? Sometimes those children only get those meals a day. Who are these cuts serving is another way to look at it. We know who they're hurting. They're hurting people who are poor, people who are vulnerable, people who live in communities that don't have the same kind of resources as others.
So at the same time that these programs are being cut and more cuts might happen, the president is looking to cut taxes for people making $280,000 a year or more. So what do you think of that? Is that a good idea?
Yes, I think it is a good idea, because it's not about helping the rich, and that's how a lot of people see it, but I think it's just they have that extra money to reinvest into philanthropy, into their communities, into other things, into the economy. And I don't know if it's just fair to piggyback on what Mary Jo was saying. I understand her view and how it does affect a lot of the community, but just how I see it is we do need that shake-up, cleanup into what the government has been funding. I am a true believer in, yes, helping people, but helping people that also follow the law, that follow the rules, that work hard, that give into, we pay our taxes, we, put money, and it's really difficult to be helping everybody and there's a lot of Americans that don't get the help. There's a lot of homeless veterans.
So you mentioned veterans. The president is cutting from the VA administration. Are there any cuts you don't want to see him make?
Any cuts? Yes. The only thing is just our veterans that our medical care. I'm a veteran myself. We served our country. We earned our our benefits, and I just wouldn't want those to be cut. I think what they might get privatized, but as long as we're getting the care that we need.